Sequence of piping layout activities. Here we will discuss the comparison of 2D and 3D and piping layout activities. Normally we do the 2D activities on small scale projects, while for the big scale project or large scale project we normally do on 3D modeling. So here we will discuss both 2D and 3D modeling and the sequence. What are the interconnected activities from 2D and 3D point of view. So first of all, we know that we already discussed in previous slides. PFD, heat and mass balance sheets. These are the two basic process documents. Provides us the basis. Process flow diagram and heat and mass balance. We got input, and our safety engineering then provide us the input for the plot plan or the key plan. After the key plan, that I already discussed, that 1:1500 is the scale for the key plan, but it varies from company to company. But in general, it is the scale for the key plan. And for the plot plan, 1:1000 is the overall plot plan's scale. And after that, there are unit plot plans in a large scale project, and for the small scale project we directly go to equipment layout. Safety engineering, we got the safety distances as we already discussed in previous slide. And from the plot plan or the key plan, we go to unit plot plan. I mean, it depends on project to project, large or small scale. Then from unit plot plan, the next activity will be the equipment layout. So first we have to develop key plan and then do plot plan. After the plot plan, there are unit plot plans, and after the unit plot plans, there are equipment layouts that we need to develop. From the equipment layout, this sequence is the 2D drawing sequence, starting from plot plan to unit plot plan and equipment layout, and then piping GADs and the scale 1:500 for the equipment layout, 1:250 is for piping general arrangement drawings, 1:50 is the scale for the piping layout. Then there is a stress analysis we need to perform after development of the piping layout. It's a two-way traffic actually. We got the feedback for the stress analysis from piping layout, and in reverse from the stress analysis confirmation, or when the design is verified through stress analysis software, we have to give the feedback to piping layout, whatever the modification required as per the stress analysis. And after the stress analysis, we normally prepare the stress analysis reports. This is the sequence of the 2D, where PDS is the 3D modeling software. There are other software available in the market, but we'll discuss for the PDS over here. Input for the 3D modeling software, we need PIN IDs, we need piping material specifications. Piping material specifications provide the material database for the 3D model software. Material database is required for the 3D model software because you have to extract complete information from 3D model, starting from MTO to isometric layouts and GADs, everything. So the material database we have to develop based on our piping material specifications. This material database and the PIN ID, these are the basic input for the 3D modeling. And along with this, we have the plot plans. From the plot plan, we develop the plot in 3D model, and database wise we need the PIN ID, the line list, and the material database from the PMS. After developing all these the input of 3D model software, we do the equipment modeling. Most of the projects, piping people, they do the equipment modeling by themselves. And after the equipment modeling, piping 3D modeling starts, like the piping between the equipment to equipment, it will start, and all the activities related to 3D modeling, all discipline will start from here. Like electrical, they perform their 3D modeling, electrical cable modeling, instrumentation, they do their 3D modeling part, and instrumentation cable modeling. There is structural modeling, the pipe rack structure required for the supporting of the equipment and supporting of the pipes. Onshore, particularly, there is underground services like electrical cable tray and instrument cable tray, and normally it runs underground. There is a piping, slope piping or drain piping and slope tank piping, normally it goes underground. So all these modeling under this civil 3D modeling. The civil modeling also includes the major road inside the plant, the admin building, control room building, access roads and secondary roads, primary roads, all the roads, fencing, the boundary fence, foundations, these are under civil modeling part. All these modeling, electrical modeling, 3D modeling, instrumentation 3D modeling, structural 3D modeling, civil 3D modeling, and pipe support modeling, it gives the input to piping 3D model to complete 3D model for the complete plant. So this is the sequence of 3D modeling, and what we got is output from 3D model. First of all, we got piping GAD or layout, then piping isometric, and then piping MTOs. It includes piping MTO, valves MTO, then pipe sports MTO as well. After 3D modeling, you can see we would have GADs and layouts extracted from 3D model, piping isometric extracted from 3D model. I mean, these are the construction drawing. Piping MTO directly we can extract from 3D model. This piping MTO again directly you can go for the procurement, and then pipe sports MTO from 3D model. 3D model software, you can have very much accurate quantity of piping MTOs and pipe sports MTO. If you do the comparison of 2D and 3D, and definitely 3D software initially required a lot of time to develop a setup or prepare a setup for 3D modeling, but at the end it will save a lot of money, lot of effort and lot of times to prepare a final product or final drawings. While in 2D initially you can start quickly, but at the end of the day you take a lot of time to extract all these information from 2D, like for preparation of piping GADs, piping layouts, piping isometric and manual MTO and manual pipe sports MTO. It takes a lot of time, lot of effort to get all these construction drawings and procurement quantities. Piping 3D model reviews. When we do any project on 3D software, in almost all EPC big project, large scale project which are being executed on 3D model, it is planned to have 3 formal model reviews at engineering progress stage of 30% and then 60% and then 90% of the design completion. So the main objective of the model reviews is to freeze the design at each of these stages. So whatever we can freeze for each stage of the model review. Once the comments from a specific review are resolved or freeze, the scope of the facilities covered in that review will be frozen. Piping 3D model, there is these 30% model review, 60% and 90%. So let's go one by one. The checklist for 30% model review. As you can see here, this is a complete big checklist for 30% model review. All EPC projects we have to prepare this kind of checklist where we have to complete facilities before the model review. For example, like major underground piping system, including the pressurized and gravity lines, then major bore and critical process piping, major pipe racks, sleepers. So all process equipments, nozzle, manholes, associated big platforms, static equipments, big static equipments, mobile and permanent maintenance equipment access areas and roads, main road, access roads, space for the construction and erection shall be modeled before the 30% model review. This is the checklist for the 30% model. Similarly, we have the piping checklist for 60% model review. First of all, in the checklist you will find the 30% model review closeout report should be closed before the start of 60% model review. So in 60% model review it is much more detailed as compared to 30% model review. All underground piping systems, piping having 2-inch size and above, pipe sports location types shall be confirmed and corrected. Secondly, the utility stations locations need to be modeled before 60% model review. Safety equipments like eye wash, safety showers, foam powder, water spray access and egress, and operation and maintenance of the valve and instrumentation. All the equipments shall be completed, and mean all the vendor information, latest vendor information shall be incorporated in the equipment modeling. All mechanical handling equipments like cranes, monorails, davit, eyes, pads, EOTs, all paving, all foundation, all buildings, all instrumentation, all electrical junction boxes, panels, cabinets, lightings, poles, telecom items, junction boxes, panels and cabinets, CCTVs and Paga speakers and telecom towers need to be modeled before 60% model review. So this is a complete list need to be checked for the 60% model review. So 90% 3D model review is a final review in 3 sets of model reviews like 30, 60 and 90%. The 90% model review held when the 3D model has basically been completed. This occur when all equipments, piping, valves, instrumentation, electrical structure and other items have been modeled in 3D environment. In this review, the items to be reviewed, location and orientation of the valves, wheel for operability, the location of the local instrumentation for maintenance, agreement on the location of all the critical items. This is a checklist for the 90% model review. Don't need to go through each and every item, but this is just to give you an idea about 90% checklist. Interdisciplinary coordination. When you do the piping either on 2D or 3D software, particularly in 3D software, the coordination is much more as compared to 2D. In 3D, piping need to coordinate with all the discipline. As you can see in this picture, electrical and instrumentation, they have to give their input electrical cable trays, instrumentation cable trays, electrical panel, instrumentation panels should be properly conveyed to piping so that there wouldn't be any clash. Mechanical engineer would provide the latest information based on the vendor drawings for the equipment. Material engineer will provide complete information for the database of the material. TOs from the 3D model, it will go to procurement, safety, the plant with respect to operability, maintainability, and safe operation point of view. Can we do the construction or not, or there are some constructional issue in your design that cannot be executed practically. So these are the coordination, interdisciplinary coordination between piping and the other disciplines to prepare a final 3D model review. Like input from other discipline to piping. From the process discipline, we need flow diagram, process equipment data sheets, pin IDs, equipment list, and the line list. Then mechanical provides the mechanical data sheets of the equipments, vendor drawing. Civil and structure and architectural provides the required foundation of the equipment, structures for pipes, rack, equipment, underground trenches, paired structures for pipe support. Instrumentation provides the data for inline or online instrumentation, control valve, relief valve, instrument cables, layout, and then electrical provides the hazardous area classification drawings, cable layout, panels, and so many information that need to exchange between the piping and the other discipline. Piping input to other disciplines, civil and structure, stress analysis loads for the pipe rack and pipe support will be designed based on the stress analysis input to civil and structure, location of the pipe support foundation and expansion loop, location and dimensions that need to be communicated properly to civil and structural department. Access platforms, their details, their shape, and the pipe rack width and the number of tiers of the pipe rack, it need to be properly communicated to civil and structural department. Underground layouts, underground instrumentation, electrical cable trenches or their routing, then process drains like slope pipings and tanks, slope tank piping, it's normally underground, fire water lines normally underground, rainwater lines or drain network or rainwater network is always underground. So these need to be communicated with civil and structural department. Then building control room and normally under architecture, building control room, primary road, secondary road, and other access roads details need to be communicated. Then equipment locations, foundations, their design, load need to be communicated from mechanical to civil. Then anchor block locations, their loads, then piping input to mechanical, see nozzle orientation on vessel and equipment. This is very critical information that need to be communicated mechanical from piping. Piping will decide the nozzle orientation on the vessel. So pipe support for PSV platforms from the equipment or vessel. If we are taking any pipe support for the PSV from the equipment or vessel, we need to communicate with mechanical. Then bridle details and the nozzle details, these are all put from piping to other discipline. Then piping deliverable, piping layout group, the deliverable in the piping layout group, you can see the piping layout and design specification they have to develop. Then overall site plan, overall plot plan they have to develop. Then unit plot plan they have to develop. Equipment layout, general arrangement drawings, piping layouts and pipe sports layouts, nozzle orientation drawing, platform design drawings, then pipe rack layout, then 3D model and 30, 60 and 90% reviews, construction isometric, then hydro test diagram, time schedule, it is normally in brownfield project, then vessel trim drawings and MTO. And at the end of the project they have to do the as-built drawings for the construction of the plant. Then piping material group starting from MSR and MSDs, materials selection report and material selection diagram, pipe wall thickness calculation they have to perform, then reinforcement pad calculation they have to perform, then piping material specification they have to prepare, valve data sheet, then special item list they have to prepare, then special item data sheets they have to prepare, and then fabrication installation specification, insulation and painting specifications, shop and field testing specification, heat tracing and jacketing specification, valves and special item MR and TBs they have to perform, then piping and valves MTO they have to prepare, and vendor drawings reviews they have to do, Korean study report they have to prepare based on the project deliverable and the material testing report, and then pressure test procedure they have to prepare for the new piping system. Pipe stress and support group, first of all they have to prepare stress analysis specification, pipe support specifications, then stress critical line lay, stress sketches they have to prepare, pipe rack loading they have to provide, then special pipe sports drawings they have to prepare, port selection list and they have to prepare, then Caesar stress analysis they have to perform and they have to prepare the reports for the stress analysis, then pipe sports drawing, calendar drawings they need to prepare for each project, and then pipe sports calculations they have to perform, loop calculations and the layout, sports MTO they have to prepare, ping sport data, and final stress reports they have to prepare in stress and sport group. So at the end, the typical piping and engineering organization chart. Here you can see the piping department manager, and under the manager you can can see the piping lead. This is a small scale project, you can say, but you can expand it based on the scale of the project. So piping lead engineer have the area leads like lead material engineer, then lead layout engineer, and then lead stress engineer and lead piping support engineer. So under the leads there will be engineers like piping material engineer, piping designers and draftsmen under the layout, and then piping stress engineers and pipe sports engineers. And under the layout you can see the designers, draftsmen and 3D modeling groups would be there under the layout lead. So this is a typical piping engineering organization chart, and you know that it's very valuable information that we gone through, but due to the shortage of time cannot give you detailed of each and every aspect and each and every activity. Thank you very much for your time.